He's keeping secrets.
What a way to drop a bombshell, baby. Guess you really didn't think I'd find out. In the silence, cry. On the side with the lights out. Know that you feel it. Know that you feel it. Holding up my heart and head. Falling out of love again. Falling on my in bed. Falling out of love again.
Spend a very, very long night sipping with my girl, sipping wine like I don't know about you, about you, about you, you. Something in his eyes, he's keeping secrets. I don't know about you, about you, about you, you. Something in his eyes, he's keeping secrets. Oh.
I'ma have to take a mug shot, baby. What you doing? Tell me, it's coming on out here. On my knees, I'm praying. In the room on the floor with the lights down. Clothes in the kitchen, I'ma light it and leave it for you. Holding up my heart and head. Falling out of love again. Yeah. Falling on my in bed. Falling out of love again.
Spend a very, very long night sipping with my girl, sipping wine like I don't know about you,
Ja, ja, powiem.
about you. Something in his eyes, he's keeping secrets. I don't know about you, about you, about you. Something in his eyes, he's keeping secrets. Oh.
Baby, no money.
Hey, we back in Bad girl, I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, that's strap. I'ma spray that money running, then I'm really banking on my luck. If the honey made me think I got some money, then I'm with it. If the ladies gon' be stressing me, then I ain't really with it. I ain't ballin' on these sussy boys, cause I be playing crystal. Tell me, shoulda, woulda, coulda, sussy boy, you know I did it, baby. Bounce, flow, mouth, full pipe, her pipe, that. Leave some insulation, cause I'm hot, don't need no invitation. Chase that, tap that, pop that, scrap that. Sussy boy, you ain't that boy, that who you imitating, yeah. Fat cheese, make bread, stack that, rack that, nurse strap. Oops, I think I already said something like that, ayy. Yo, Lentrick, why the fuck we only making hits, bro? Bad girl, I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, that's strap. I'ma spray that money running, then I'm really banking on my luck. If the honey made me think I got some money, then I'm with it. If the ladies gon' be stressing me, then I ain't really with it. I ain't ballin' on these sussy boys, cause I be playing crystal. Tell me, shoulda, woulda, coulda, sussy boy, you know I did it, baby.
I ain't do, I beef with you. Off the Henny, talk to Betty. I think she like me, I'm enticing with the rapper gimmick. I think I'm hyper, think I'm tight, they think I'm acting different. I think I'm better than average, bad than average in the lab and established. I'm the maverick, happening, don't procrastinate, dabbling. I don't procrastinate, haven't been in the dabbing and dabbing and in the laxing and that producing the rappers.
Bad girl, I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, that's strap. I'ma spray that money running, then I'm really banking on my luck. If the honey made me think I got some money, then I'm with it. If the ladies gon' be stressing me, then I ain't really with it. I ain't ballin' on these sussy boys, cause I be playing crystal. Tell me, shoulda, woulda, coulda, sussy boy, you know I did it, baby.
fish. They call me little fish, cause I be swimming in that pussy.
Yeah. Beats, holla at me.
She gon' bust it down like double take. All this water on me got you wet. Fuck that little freak, that's an M1. Dirty nigga, all these honey make me hit some. Bunch of pretty bitches on the yacht. Treat a supermodel like a thot. Swerving down collars on the top. 30 shots on me, that's a mop. Shorty, got a head on the shit genius. Swipe a black card up in demons.
Galiba neşe. Asta sağ edeyim.
CI too close. 'Cause I'm a rolling stone, and I keep rolling on. You better run from me before I take your soul. If I go, let me go. Don't you follow me, let me go. I will let you down, let me go. Even if your heart can't take it, let me up and fly. You better run from me, you better say goodbye. And even if I bleed, don't waste your time. 'Cause I'm a broken home. You better overload. You better run from me before I take your soul. If I go, let me go. Don't you follow me, let me go. I will let you down, let me go. Even if your heart can't take it, let me up and fly.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction, cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
Stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just fake it. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do one speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
you're never gonna make it. You're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man? You must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. It's not probable. You're irresponsible. Too many obstacles. You gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow. You can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move. I'm gonna make it soon, and I'll do it 'cause it's what I wanna fucking do. 'Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction. 'Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
Stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faked it. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more. Speak out. It's about to head south.
You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? I think about you day and night. Now I can't get no. No sleep tonight. No. No sleep tonight. All day and night you keep me up, non-stop. I'm so done. Yeah, I'm giving you more than enough. Oh my love, I'm so done. changing. I know everything's moving on. Day has turned into night, but I am still waking up. You were gone in a moment. You were gone by the morning light. Day has turned into night, but I'm still waking up.
Lie. My brothers don't die, we just rusty bark. I tell your girl to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off. Ay. My brothers don't die, we just rusty bark. I tell your girl to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off. Ay. You ain't got a clue, let's be honest. I had a couple seasons made a forest. I put in the work and take the profit. Looking at my girl like what a goddess. Thank God. Rule number 2, don't make the promise. If you can't keep the deal, then just be honest. I can never die, I'm Chuck Norris. Fuck the government and fuck Boris, yeah. I'm a villain, killing when I'm barring. Brothers in the hood just like the movie that I star in. Service in my whip, I phone the boss to bring my car in. I could probably take a chick, but I just wouldn't cause she's jarring. Ooh, I got the sauce. Don't know what you for. Catch me up and slowing in my sliders and my shorts. Chick's trying to get my brother flips to share his thoughts. I think he's trying to tell me I should tell her he don't talk. I don't fuck with her. Yeah, I used to hit it, but you're stuck with her. Man, I wouldn't even try my luck with her. Yeah, let's say I'm bougie. Way too exclusive. Chilling in Dubai, know I get it all inclusive. Now may I ask if you can find it in your spirit to leave us all alone and go and mind your fucking business. Looking in the mirror saying my key or the illest. When I'm James Bond trying to live my movie like I'm Idris, so we telling them look, my brothers don't die, we just rusty bop. I tell you I got to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off. My brothers don't die, we just rusty bop. I tell you I got to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off. My brothers don't die, we just rusty bop. So much rusty, I might open up a rusty shop. Mommy saying that I need to get some sleep. All this flying overseas is always fucking up my body clock. And all this stress has got me racking up my brain. So tell these little fishes back up off my name. I ain't gotta be a rapper with a chain, cause the rules are kinda different when you're badding up the game. Straight badding up the game, bad it up again. Had him up before, I have him up again. Fake brothers, man, your man and more pretend. Pussy by himself, he's battle with his friends. You man are so insecure, man, it's a joke. I need a ball in the York, cause I'm the goal. If you believe in your source, then raise a toast. These are some genius thoughts, so make the most. Told her, say me some. I need all the homage, could you pay me some? Man, I'm dropping bangers on your baby mums. Girls say I'm rude, they wanna see me nude. My name's Stiff Chocolate, I got nothing left to prove. I got holes in my lapel, rubbing shoulders with your girl. Which one of said that I will go to jail? Well, I guess you have to hold the L. Tell them this is London City, we the hottest in the world. What we telling them, look, my brothers don't die, we just rusty bop. I tell you I got to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off. My brothers don't die, we just rusty bop. I tell you I got to link me at the coffee shop. Getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to top it off.
flipping the elevator like tripping. I give me room to be flipping some of the so then I fuck you off if it's sliding. I fuck on asses we got in the throat. That's the way we got you holding to. That's the way we got you holding to. That's the way we got you holding to. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way we got you holding to. I love you. I love you. Your fancy slip, you go split. I suck. Yeah, yo. Care for you. Bitch, motherfucker, wanna say for you. I love you. I love you. Your fancy slip, you go split. I suck. Yeah, yo. Care for you. Bitch, motherfucker, wanna say for you. I love you.
I seen a lot of shit I shouldn't have, but never forgot it though. Brothers on the corner selling crack like it was not a though. Walk inside my kitchen, baking soda all up on the floor. Police banging on the door while gripping the 44. I was just a youngin', but this type of shit I seen before. Y'all see a white boy, but my daddy a Negro. Half-breed motherfucker, grip the mic and heat flow. I just wanna spread love, they want me to bleed slow. I just wanna keep the peace and help people. Give some of this money that I'm making to the people. So if you hating on me, goddamn you evil. And just don't understand, cause I'm flyer than Knievel. Been through a lot of shit, but I keep it on the deep low. Never bustin' in them streets, but I keep it cheap though. I ain't in the fairy tales, I'm just me, ho. Only thing I talk about is everything that we know. I heard you got a fucking problem, bitch, I bet I beast. Ain't no need of reach, I don't need a piece. I just kill them with kindness, yeah, we leave them deceased. And tell it like it is, and now you gotta compete. Show me what up. Back down, you think it's a game right now, but it ain't the same right now. Know my name right now, back where I came from now. We gon' live it up, bring it back down. You think it's a game right now, but it ain't the same right now. Know my name right now, back where I came from now. We gon' live it up till we bring it back down. I hope you live a long life, hey, and watch every Grammy just to see who they nominating. So successful they probably say I signed with Satan, but I got God on my side, always down to ride. Don't get it twisted, I ain't perfect in the least. Still all up in your girl jeans like a crease, Matter of fact, like a genetic. These rappers records coming out, they so repetitive. Shout out my homie Chance, he's a Skizzy Mars. Rap Pack, homie Castro, we dropping bars. It's all love, man, this shit is ours. They never thought I'd make it shooting for the stars. Yeah, I'm a born sinner, but it's a cold world. Shout out my homies that know me, can forget my old girl. But that's a touchy subject like a priest wrote. I heard y'all finally eating over there, we got a feast though. Keep it rap pack, to the beat go. You might not get the flow now, let it seep though. Fans know my lyrics deeper than the sea flow, but we dumb it down so they spin it on the radio. Racism all up in them, that shit is irrelevant. My flow is colorblind, rapping for the hell of it. I don't give a fuck, my mind stays celibate. Run quick, tell a bitch, rap getting me hella rich. At the blue like elephant, my flow is so elegant. Death before the sign, I'm murdering rappers in front of their mamas. I rap autonomous, decipher the word cause it's ebonics. Reverse the letters and it spells Sinatra. Yes, I got you bitches now. You think it's a game right now, but it ain't the same right now. Know my name right now, back where I came from now. We gon' live it up till we bring it back down. You think it's a game right now, but it ain't the same right now. Know my name right now, back where I came from now. We gon' live it up till we bring it back down.
Salut! Ce faci, copile?
Ăștia nu-și fac echipă, ăștia fac echipă de Elo.
Shadows fall over my heart. I black out the moon. I wait for you to come around. You got me dancing in the dark. I've closed my eyes, but I won't sleep tonight. Baby, you stay with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black, black heart, black keys, black.
Mă tulbură. 10700K, 10700K. 10700K Chipo chat. Mamă, ce mă doare glezna. Cum dracu am reușit să mă lovesc?
Nu se aude deloc?
The Galaxy S21 and the Galaxy S21 Plus were fine. They're two phones that I could pretty much summarize just by saying new chip, new look. And so, while that doesn't make them bad phones, I actually appreciate how Samsung made them cheaper than last year's, it does mean that it's just kinda hard to get excited about them. But the Galaxy S21 Ultra is different.
It's actually interesting that they ended up going for the name S21, just because after they moved all the way from 10 to 20 last year, moving from 20 to 21 now makes this sound really inconsequential. But long term, I think the fact that the name of the phones now matches the year we are in will probably help a lot of consumers just keep track of which one's which. And it might even help Samsung pop up in a few more search results. Anyways, let's get into it. And this video was actually sponsored by Huel, which is a really fun story that I will tell you at the end. You've got the phone on top, you get an insert which has a cable and some other manuals, and that is literally it. We don't even get a case here. Right, here's what you came for though. This is an even better phone than it looks like. I haven't had it long enough for a full review, but I've had it long enough to say that Samsung has fixed almost every problem with the Galaxy S20 Ultra. There's just one thing you gotta look out for. Like, the design of this phone is 2 steps above last year's. Admittedly, that's not saying a huge amount, given that its predecessor was a literal grey monolith, but this whole camera module being integrated into the body of the phone idea, I think it works. Either way, you are gonna get a bump. But this changes the rhetoric from, would you look at that, we've got too many lenses, how do we try and hide them? To, hey, we've got a lot of cameras on our phone, and we're proud of it. They're part of our design. Now don't get me wrong, this phone is thick, and I say that with 5 C's, but it's still definitely the nicer phone to hold. It addresses the stickiness of the S20 with this frosted matte finish, and you don't have to worry about the jabby corners from the Note 20, because this is an S phone. And there's also an additional peace of mind element, because this entire thing is a Gorilla Glass Victus sandwich, meaning that both the front and the back are something like 80% more resistant to scratches. And coming from something like an iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is a phone that's taken sharp sides to its literal extreme, this is how I would rather my phone felt. Yes, it would have been nice to see some more exciting color options, and yes, the cameras do come down a little further than last year's, which means that every now and again your fingers do bump against it. But as far as I'm concerned, design, they fixed it. Even the screen is leveled up, and I'm gonna try and show you how. So take this. This is the Galaxy S10 Plus from 2019. And this phone's screen was so good that even compared to most laptop screens and monitors that you find in 2021, this is still what I would call an A-grade display. And so you can probably imagine that the S20 Ultra from the year after is not just good, but amazing still. It's bigger, it's way more responsive at 120Hz instead of 60, and its color accuracy is officially rated as visually indistinguishable from perfect. So, when I tell you that with this phone they've taken that, given it 25% more nits of brightness, 50% better contrast, and allowed it to run at not just 120Hz, but also Quad HD Plus resolution, you can probably imagine how good a screen it is. I do still wish they'd managed to get rid of this little chin left at the bottom, because it seems like they've managed to do that on the standard S21. But yeah, if you're someone who hasn't upgraded phones recently, and you're coming from like a 2017 model, I know that was the Exynos chips last year. Effectively, if you were buying a Samsung flagship in either India or the UK, you were getting a phone that not just ran hotter, but had up to 20% worse battery life and performance than if you were in the US and you got a Snapdragon phone. But this time round, Samsung's claiming they've fixed that disparity. This new Exynos 2100 and this generation of phones has apparently caught up. Maybe. Because in my video briefing for this phone, I was told that the graphics were 35% better. Fine, that's great. But when I asked later over email, they said it was 33% faster. And then when I watched the launch event of the chip itself, they said there it was more than 40% faster. We will dig into this. I've got a full video planned comparing the Exynos and the Snapdragon versions of this phone. So if you do want to see that, then a sub to the channel would be ultra. I think that works. But don't forget, just having a next-gen chip in this phone, whatever the region, means a whole load of other quality of life improvements, like better 5G, better battery efficiency, Bluetooth 5.2, which is effectively just more stable Bluetooth, and it might also make your earphones sound better. You get a faceit. They went from 10 times max zoom to 100 times space zoom, and they went from 4K to 8K video recording. But I think the focus was so much on just getting those numbers in there that in terms of how it actually delivered on those numbers, it was kind of lacking. This 108 megapixel sensor, it was detailed, but when it launched, actually suffered worse dynamic range than even the normal Galaxy S20. Not to mention it had a really tough time focusing on things, which is a pretty fundamental part of the camera experience. And the 100 times space zoom was cool, but beyond about 10 times it just wasn't really good enough to use anywhere. So, Samsung refined it. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra that came a few months later had much better dynamic range thanks to improved software. It completely fixed the focusing issue with the introduction of a laser autofocus module, and they created a zoom system that you could actually use even at 20 times. So with the S phone, they pushed forward, with the Note phone, they consolidated. And so I'm glad to see that with a new S phone, they've pushed forward again. And they're now not just doing it in a way that feels like throwing out a load of big numbers. The numbers haven't even changed. This is still a 108 megapixel camera, it's still got 100 times zoom, it still records 8K video. But there are 3 big improvements here. The first one is obvious, it's zoom. While the S20 Ultra had just one 4x optical zoom camera, this phone has both a 3x optical zoom and a 10x optical zoom. And just this in itself has 3 benefits. It means that A, you can take a good photo at just about every point between 1x and 10x. Like this is 3x, this is 5x, this is 8x. It means that B, the upper limit of the zoom is higher. How far you can go while still getting a sharp shot. Like you can now actually take a 100x zoom photo that is usable. Admittedly, it needs to be an absolute best case scenario, but at 30 times you can get an almost always sharp result. And C is video. See, the way that the last camera worked is that after you'd zoomed in 4 times, every extra bit of zoom beyond that point is digital zoom. But if you use digital zoom in video, it very quickly falls apart. So the most zoomed video you could really take was at 4 times. But on this camera, you can take 4K video at 60 frames per second at 10 times magnification. You can also now lock the zoom. So you know when you get to these crazy zoom levels, like 30 times, I already mentioned that you'll be using a lot of digital zoom, which is effectively just taking a frame and cropping into it. And the one upside of doing this is that when you're zoomed in, your phone can actually see a lot more than what you can see. And so, as you move your phone up, for example as your hand shakes, that crop can just come down so that your subject remains still. All that said though, how important is zoom? Like, is it just one of those things that's really easy to sell to people? Because you can be like, well, at 100 times magnification, our photos look so much better than the competition, so our cameras are so much better than the competition. To be fair, when I was on the S20 Ultra, I did use the zoom a fair bit. But at the same time, I can't think of a single point when I used it because I actually needed to see something really far away. It was almost always just the same way you use a toy. Like, I'm curious, what can it do in this situation type thing. And I did say this in one of my videos about the phone, but there were so many comments of people like, rubbish, I've seen what that phone can do, it's way more than a toy. But then I realized that a lot of them had actually come from this video, which is actually a fake video. That's right.